Hi, I'm Stacy Mungo, your 5th District Councilwoman, and I'm here today to give you a little bit of information about the land use element. Today, I'd like to go parcel by parcel through the land use element maps that show 5th District properties so that we can talk about what they said, what they say today, and what we hope to work together to get them to say. Today I'm standing at the corner of Spring Street and Bellflower Boulevard. These 4 corners are made up of 22 parcels that are currently zoned commercial, making up approximately 53 acres of land. Within that, they're broken into each corner. And in the original version of the maps, these 4 corners were all zoned 4-story moderate density. The neighbors of the community vocalized how much they enjoy these community resources. And in those advocacies about the things that we loved, the planning staff made some changes. The new version of the maps divide out about 15 acres of that property to stay community commercial, the way that it is today. The other parcels of the map still show mixed use. When I look at the maps, I can see that city staff listened to the voice of neighbors as they communicated that they wanted to preserve neighborhood resources like Lowe's and Tracy's and Starbucks and all the things that we all visit and utilize regularly. And so the new version of the maps do 2 things. One, it pulls out 16 of those parcels and protects them as community commercial. With the rest of the property that was originally zoned to be either residential, commercial, or mixed use, it went from moderate density to low density. As we move along the maps, we'll talk about a lot more changes. Join me. Here we are on the corner of Spring and Los Coyotes Diagonal, a very busy corner that many of you frequent often. These 4 corners are made up of 9 parcels, approximately 11 acres. In the current version of the map, a portion is carved out to stay community commercial, and the other portion is designated low density, up to 3 stories of either commercial, residential, or a mix of both. So we as a community have to provide our input on what we think it should be. So now we're at the corner of Palo Verde and Spring Street, a corner that's near and dear to my heart. Many of us are shopping at Stater Brothers Grocery Outlet. We visit the Supermex, the Fusion Sushi, Grounds Bakery, and this corner was originally moderate density mixed use. But through the communication of many of the residents, the city staff have turned it to community commercial. So community commercial at 2 stories, which is approximately the height of some of the buildings that exist here today. And there's one little carve out for the building that we all know and love that was medical office, and hopefully will be medical office again soon. So at this corner, the heights are going to stay the same and it's going to maintain its status as commercial. So here we are on the corner of Los Coyotes Diagonal and Wardlow. This property is particularly interesting. On the map, it looks like a bow tie, and it's made up of 12 parcels and 13 acres. Currently, a portion of this property is in escrow. Long Beach City College owns the vacant lot that's fenced in behind me, along with the office buildings behind me and the medical office in front of me. And so this is all up for sale in that transaction. This parcel was originally, in the first version of the maps, mixed use, moderate density, either residential, commercial, or both. And the individual looking to purchase the property had 2 different visions for the property. Now that the property is a firm line that Ralph's and these 2 buildings and the vacant lot are commercial, that developer would be in a position to develop that as commercial, while the community has some mixed communication to my office. Some of the community are interested in a senior housing and senior center that would be a partnership between Scan Healthcare and the developer. Others feel that maintaining it at commercial would be the ideal situation. What we as a community need to do is come together and decide what we want, so that when these maps are finalized in the new year, we'll be able to give a great direction to the developer on what we as the community want. If the community decides they want to keep this property all commercial, that's definitely an option. If the community decides that they'd like somewhere for them to move into seniors and a senior center, then we would need to work hand in hand with the developer to put some covenants on the property to ensure that if in the future the property changed hands, that we as the neighbors would be protected. So here we are at the last property on our tour today. We're at the Long Beach Town Center. And the Long Beach Town Center was originally under the map's 6-story moderate density, and it currently shows as 5-story moderate density. Some of the considerations that we as a community have discussed are the fact that Long Beach actually owns this property and is the landlord to Vestar. So no matter what the maps say, down the line, we as a community can always control the destiny of this property. Thank you for taking this tour with me. While there are many parcels we weren't able to make it to in this short video, know that I'm always available to all of the neighbors of the 5th District. If you and your neighbors would like a meeting about any particular parcel, I'm happy to come to your front lawn or a local coffee shop and discuss any information that you have or any ideas that you'd like to present. We need to work together to protect our community. So, if you're interested in providing feedback, there are lots of ways to do that. 1, you can always use the e-comment. It's included in this email. 2, you can attend the upcoming Planning Commission meeting on December 11th, where the Planning Commissioners can make decisions about the map, approve them or reject them. Or 3, join us in the new year when a date has been decided to make decisions on this map at the Long Beach City Council level, when I get my first chance at putting my mark on this map and making it look more and more like the community that we all know and love.